In other news, this of course in connection with cricket, following a huge defeat that India had to face by Australia. A shocking incident where the Australian team was made victim. A rock thrown at the Australian team bus as they returned from the Baraspara Stadium to the team hotel room in Guwahati after their 8-wicket win over India. Opener Aaron Finch tweeted about it with an image showing a broken window in the bus. No one was hurt, fortunately, in this incident. 2 people, though, have been arrested. We'll be getting in further inputs on the kind of investigations here in what, of course, should not, most certainly not be brushed aside by an act of an angry fan. This, of course, keep in mind the incident that came in only after the Australian team was going back to their hotel after having defeated India in that match, a convincing victory that Australia got in of 8 wickets against India. This was a match that had taken place in Guwahati, and following that is when this attack, it's been verified because of the manner in which Mr. Finch, Aaron Finch, has also tweeted about this attack. Our correspondent for sports, Viren, getting us those inputs on what has been understood so far, what is known so far in these investigations. Viren, please go ahead.
Well, first things first, the Assam police has now revealed they've arrested 2 people with regard to this stone-throwing incident at the Australian team bus in Guwahati, which took place late last night. So it seems that there is some headway in the probe as to, in fact, who threw it, and we will soon find out perhaps what the motivation was, whether it was just a frustrated fan or whether that was something else. Meanwhile, the Assam Chief Minister has also cracked the whip. In fact, he has ordered the DGP of the state, no less, to look into the matter to ensure that the probe is speedy, that action is taken against those who are guilty of throwing the stone at the bus, to inquire what their motivation was. In addition to that, in fact, the sports minister of the state has also been dispatched to meet with the Australian players to assure them that this was merely an isolated incident, that their security is being taken care of, and is not reflective of the kind of security arrangements that have been made for them, to try and reassure them as well.
This attack, the manner in which the window has been shattered there, Viren, evident that this has been thrown across from close range.
Absolutely, that really seems to be the case, But what the Assam police is also trying to say is the fact that this should not be reflective of the kind of security arrangements that have been made for the Australian team. It also has to be said that there haven't been incidents of this sort in the recent past, because security for teams that have been have been competing in India across various sports have been beefed up significantly.
Right.
Of course, in light with terror-related cases in the past, and otherwise, to avoid any sort of untoward incidents. This, they're trying to say, is an exception that is taking place. They are investigating it, and they are going to take the strictest possible action. Even though the sports ministry has already stepped in, we've had the sports minister, in fact, speak to the chief minister of Assam to ensure again that all sorts of steps are taken to ensure that the Australian team feels safe, because this also is reflective of
zero tolerance to such incidents there, with multiple assurances that have already come in. Viren, many thanks for getting us those inputs there.